and Ryan show. Eric and Roula are out this morning. A lot of people, give yourself extra time. Traffic is horrible right now. Keep your hands on the wheel. If you can't call in, the number is 713-390-KRBE. If you can't call in, we do have calls on the listener line as well. People wanting to share their Look at Me Now stories. So you want to start with one right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We've got a lot of listener lines here.
Hi, Roula, Ryan. When I was 2, my mom was murdered by my father.
Ooh.
I dropped out of school in the 8th grade. I started doing drugs and alcohol. I went to jail, caught a felony conviction on my record. I was in several abusive relationships. Over the past 6 years, I have graduated college. I got married. I started a business. I bought my own home, and I am doing well. So my message to anyone out there, no matter how long it takes or no matter what you have gone through, you will be okay and it will be okay as long as you keep fighting and you never give up.
Wow. I mean, that is a good message.
Yeah, I want to know what made her make a change. How did she do it? You know, a lot of people have different stories on how they made that change, how they moved forward. Mm-hmm. And did someone else step in? Did they have to do it all on their own? So 713-390-5723, KRBE. We're doing Look at Me Now. So we have a lot of calls on the listener line. What's our next one?
All right, let's try this listener line with Look at Me Now.
Hi, my name is Wendy. My son wanted to do a Look at Me Now. He was in 5th grade when his music teacher told him that because he couldn't play the recorder that they give them in 5th grade, that he would never be able to play an instrument in life. He's now in 6th grade and is a trumpet player and is 5th chair out of 24 students. Wow. So look at him now.
Nice.
Aww.
Congratulations.
5th chair out of 24 students. So does that mean that there's
Can you
24?
explain that?
Yeah, I will.
Because I don't really understand. I wasn't in band. I didn't really get that.
Each instrument has a first chair. That means you have done the best. Usually.
You're number one.
You're number one. You are the best instrumentalist for this particular song, I would say. And so you are going to get the most solos. People would kind of be following you along. So, each different instrument has kind of that leader there, the first chair. And when I was in band, I actually did the same exact thing. I tried the recorder. I was not good at it.
What is the recorder?
That's the little flute. It looks like a little, it's actually not a flute. It looks more like a clarinet. And it's plastic. And it's about 1.5 feet long. And you learn the different notes on it. And you learn, Mary Had a Little Lamb. And then you go up from there. I guess maybe they try to gauge you. Can you get hold of these notes? And so my dad was a musician, so he was like, oh, he's definitely going to get hold of these notes. So not only did I do the recorder, then I moved on to violin, which I despised. Then I moved on.
Which I despised. Did your dad, did he really coach you and help you? Because your dad
he
is
said
an amazing pianist.
Right. He said that we had to take an instrument, learn an instrument. That was his requirement. So that's why I started with violin, hated it. Then I moved over to trumpet. That hurt my lips too much. And then I moved on to piano, which he plays piano, and we didn't want him teaching me piano. So we went ahead and...
Why, too much stress? Too much pressure?
There would have been too much fighting. So he just put me with one of his buddies, and his buddies taught me how to play piano. And I played for probably until high school, halfway through high school. But I just got tired of practicing. I was definitely not first chair. I was never as good as my dad, and he was probably sad about that.
So for this kid to be 5th chair out of 24, that's pretty much a huge accomplishment then.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just cannot believe there's that many trumpet players in one band. Do we have someone called in?
We do. Mandy. Mandy went through some things, and she'd like to tell us her Look at Me Now story on the Roula and Ryan show. Good morning, Mandy.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Mandy, you want to share with us your Look at Me Now story?
Sure. So, good morning. First of all, I love listening to y'all's show.
Thank you.
So, I went through a quick childhood. I had to grow up really quick because my mom had breast cancer and almost passed away. And then my parents went through a divorce in high school, and I always just skimmed by barely passing. I couldn't get into college when all my friends went away to college. I stayed back and went to HCC, which nothing bad with HCC.
Hey, there is nothing. Let me stop you there for a second. There is nothing wrong with going to community college, HCC.
Nothing wrong.
That's how I did the same thing. Did my first year at HCC.
Yes.
So please continue.
Yep. So I was able to go to HCC, start my basics, and I ended up getting into Southwest Texas, now Texas State. Go Bobcats.
Nice.
And I was able to graduate. Again, I kind of just skimmed through with my bachelor's because school was always really hard for me and a struggle. Went through college to get my bachelor's in education, and then went through a really bad breakup, but I prevailed and was able to buy my own house whenever I was teaching on my own.
Wow.
Met my husband. We dated for a long time. We got married, obviously. And then he also helped push me to get my master's degree, and I ended up graduating with master's with honors.
Oh,
and
awesome.
I've been in education. This is my 19th year. I started off teaching, love education, and ended up becoming a facilitator, and now I actually work for the district in central office.
Oh, wow. Now, explain, what's a facilitator?
A facilitator is basically like an instructional specialist. So it's somebody who assists and coaches teachers in the classroom to help them professionally with, all the different students that they have. Like I focus on emergent bilingual students, so our students who are learning English as a second language. So I help coach all of the campuses in our district for our emergent bilingual specialists who are helping the students who are learning English as a second language in our schools.
Oh, wow. That is awesome.
And I deal with
Thank
the compliance, so the not so fun part, but it's fun for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's a little bit of
That's
compliance going
incredible,
on right now.
Mandy.
Yeah, especially if you're in HISD.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
No, I'm not in HISD, but
okay,
I'm in
nice.
Lamar CISD, and I love it. It's I really enjoy my job. It's very fulfilling, and I just I love listening to y'all's show. I listen to it every morning on my way to work. I'm actually on my way there right now, but my message for other people too is no matter where you are at in life and the struggles that you go through and how hard they can be, and you feel so down and you just don't feel like you can get through it, there's always a light at the tunnel. There's always somebody who has it worse than you, and you can always push through and get to the other side, and you will be better in the end. Even though it doesn't feel like it, you will always be better in the end. So that's my message, and hopefully it can apply to somebody.
Yeah,
That is
absolutely.
amazing.
Thank you,
so
Mandy.
much for sharing. You can always leave your comments on that listener line, 713-390-KRBE. Coming up next, a lot of people were just doing the face palm. Last Thursday on Roses with Kat and Theo. Theo got busted right out of the box when Roula offered him roses. And after he gets busted, he's like, but babe, I love you. Let's get married. He proposes to her, and we're like, oh, God, please don't say yes. Don't say yes. Well, we're going to check in with Kat next. It's a Roula and Ryan's Roses update. We'll give you a little recap and give you the update next on 104.1 KRBE. All righty, parental discretion is advised. We were all just doing the face palm like, oh, God, did that just really
Sounded
happen?
painful, Ryan. I could hear that smack over there.
I know. I'm like, oh, God, I can't believe this happened. So Kat calls us about Theo. So the relationship is as follows. He started going out, boys' nights out. He started coming home later, and they'd had a pretty active romantic relationship. But then he starts coming home later. He comes home late. She's feeling frisky one night and says, oh, yeah, let's go to the bedroom. And he's like, oh, I got to go take a shower first. Takes a shower, and then they go to bed, and he's not able to, you get the rest of it.
Oh, yeah, got it.
So at that point, we decided, all right, we're going to call Theo, see who he sends roses to, see if there's another lady on his mind. And when Roula went ahead and offered him the roses, this is where they went.
Julie, can't wait to see you.
And then am I going to write love?
No, let's just put my name.
Oh my gosh. Julie, what's going on here? I mean, this is some if I've ever heard it. Like, what are you doing?
I can't believe
You
oh
can't.
my God. Kat, calm down. Calm down, okay?
I
Listen.
swear if you were in front of me right now, I'd shake you. This is unacceptable. I am so,
And
I can't believe
I deserve that. Look, I
we just
deserve
moved
that.
in together. Who is Julie?
I met her at a bar, and some things happened.
What things exactly happened? Like, what's going on here? Tell me. Speak.
We ended up sleeping together a couple times.
Are you kidding me?
A couple
Same
times.
night?
That's not an accident. An accident is one time.
I mean, one's bad, but then when you just said a couple
a
times.
couple of times.
In the same night?
Yeah.
I know.
This is why you've been late. You're a liar.
I know. I feel bad about it. Listen, I'm not seeing her anymore. Like, it's over. She doesn't mean anything.
Then why were you sending her roses?
Listen, the roses were because I was breaking it off with her.
You're breaking it off by saying, I can't wait to see you? Oh, so you could say to have the talk.
Yeah, I can't wait to see her because I need to get this off my chest and tell her that it's over. And I didn't want to do this way, but I want you to marry me. Kat, will you please marry me? It took this for me to realize how much I love you.
Are you kidding me? You're proposing right now after getting busted.
I'm just so sad. I'm like thinking about it. Like, I really like love you, you know, and like I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But like we got to go to therapy or something to get over this.
I want to marry you. I'm sorry. It took this to get this out of my system for me to fully realize how good and how special and how wonderful.
Then why didn't you tell her then?
Do you really think that in the same 5 minutes she found out you slept with a woman named Julie a couple of times, that she's going to break down? You just ruined the moment for her. You actually have desecrated the moment of wanting to have a girl gets that question the first time, only one time. And that's how you chose to just drop it on her.
Kat, don't listen to them. You know we have something special, and I know that I'm jeopardizing it right now, but I am willing to go to therapy with you. I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
You know, I love you so much, but I can't just get over this right now. Like, I'm in shock. I can't believe you. You cheated on me.
And that's kind of a Weasley trick to try and get out of being busted by proposing?
Don't listen to them, Kat. I love you. You know we have something special. And like I said, I'm willing to do anything it takes. I will walk through fire for you if that's what it takes.
How do I know that you're not going to do this again to me? I'm so hurt by you.
Baby, I swear I will not do this ever again. I've never done anything like this in my life.
We don't believe that you're breaking it off.
How can we let her believe you?
You just said can't wait to see you. That is not the sign of somebody breaking it off.
I was going to tell her that I'm in love with you and that I want to get married, and this was all a mistake.
No, were you going to tell Kat?
No, you can tell Kat. Why are you
not
freaking
Julie?
idiot?
Were you going to tell
you're
Kat
annoying
about
me.
your affair with Julie?
My honest answer to that is I don't know, because I know that this would crush her, and it is crushing her.
Kat, it's all about what you feel right now. He proposed to you.
Yeah, you're not going to be with this bozo, are you?
He's not a bozo. I love Theo. We've been together for years. And just because I'm saying yes right now, like I said, we have stipulations, darling.
All right, so that was Thursday. She did agree to come back on the show with us. We've got Kat standing by.
Yeah. Good morning, Kat.
Good morning.
All right, Kat, did you change your mind? Did you think this over? You were proposed to. Do you still want to say yes to this?
Okay, so after the crazy show, I called my mom, and I was like, we need to meet up for coffee right now. And she explained to me, she's like, boys are going to be boys, Kat. At the end of the day, yeah, I know. Sounds crazy, but sometimes y'all just got to get it out of your system. And that's what she explained to me. So we did agree to set some stipulations, and so we're going to do therapy.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that your mom is not mad at him?
She's mad, but she doesn't want me to lose out on this opportunity either, because we've been together for so long.
Opportunity? You make it sound like a timeshare, like it's a business, like, oh, I've got too much invested in this particular project right now. You know, Kat, you're supposed to get it out of your system before you get in a relationship.
I know, but I'm getting older, y'all, and I really don't want to start over. So if we can work on fixing it, that's like really what my
That's
mom
a bad
suggested that
reason.
we do.
I mean, if you love somebody, I think you really can work on it.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah,
not in his case, but
I just hope you guys really don't get married soon.
So I told him, Thea, we got to go to therapy, obviously. And then y'all are going to be very proud of me. I got the passcode for his phone. I got him to share his location indefinitely. I feel like a stalker, but it's working.
so he leaves his phone at work and uses his burner to go meet the other girls then.
Oh, my God. Don't put those ideas into my head, please. I'll put an air tag on his car.
Well, we've heard it before. A lot of people have used AirTags.
Yeah, to track your mate. It's in the car. They have no idea. Boom, you got him.
Okay, so if you feel like he's being real and your mom is supporting it, you know, it's not going to be like you're just waiting for the next cheat every single time. If that's where you feel secure, then
Yeah, but you shouldn't be settling. You don't ever want to settle in a relationship.
Absolutely not. You deserve more, girl.
but it's also okay to forgive someone and trust them for the next time.
Do you really feel like he's going to walk the straight and narrow, or are you just going to be waiting for the next cheat?
Well, this is the first time he's ever done anything like this.
That you know of.
And people make mistakes, and I believe in forgiveness because I love him.
People do make mistakes.
I think the biggest red flag for us as we're listening in, Kat, is that he just, you find out that he cheated on you. And within a minute, now he's like, oh my God.
Marry me.
Marry me. Like,
Come on.
I would hate to know that I find out my mate cheated on me, and then this is the question.
Yeah, that's when they pop the question.
Like,
It's
Why?
a stunt.
Why?
It's the last card in the deck to play. He's busted. There's no way out. Marry me.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope this works for you, but I'm
rooting for her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for you, but me personally, nah.
No. You don't forgive.
No, I don't.
God.
Nope.
People need to have forgiveness in their hearts.
Well, you can
Can't,
forgive.
Kat. You're dead to me.
Just don't forget.
Thank you for understanding. I really appreciate it. And, I'm going to give him a chance, and we'll see 6 months from now. And if he messes up again, he's out of there forever.
All right. Thank you for checking in. Sorry, if we're being a little tough on you. It's just we've been doing this for a very long time. But thank you so much. We do all wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, Kat.
You know what, though? A lot of people called the listener line. My favorite one. Screw you, clown.
Yes.
When we do the listener line.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She had her own little feedback about this. I'm sorry, Kat. I got to play this. Here, hang on.
OMG, this Roses. This bitch is dumb. Does she really think this dude is going to miraculously, I'm going to stop sleeping with everybody else? I got it out of my system. Marry me. And Ryan, why did you play the banjos? Because he sounds banjo-worthy. Oh, my God, it irritates my soul how people are. Oh, my God, I'm going to marry you. That's not a solution. And then she gets all from crying tears of disgust to happy tears because, now he wants to marry her. Of course, I have my popcorn, but yeah.
Of course, I had my popcorn. She wanted this.
Oh, man.
That's what it sounded like.
It was not. I don't think it was that extreme, but
See, I think she had a good point, though. So many people think that, okay, something's broken here. I know, marriage will fix it.
yeah.
It won't.
No.
If there are cracks in the foundation and you try and build a house on those cracks, it's going to collapse.
People
This
do
is
that
not
with
a good
babies,
way.
too. They're like, we're bored in our marriage. Let's get a baby.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
fix everything.
Eric and I had a friend that did that years ago. We were just
Someone just texted
we
that
were
as well.
slapping our heads. We're like, oh, God, please. They were on the verge of getting divorced. This was in Dallas. That's where I met Eric. And they were on the verge of getting divorced. And they thought, let's have a kid together.
Yeah, that'll quote unquote fix everything.
They did have a kid together. And then they got divorced 6 months later.
Yeah.
And now.
Terrible idea.
Yeah. It's just marriage and having children is not the way to fix it. Go to a therapist, for God's sakes. All right. You can leave your comments on the listener line 713-278-VENT.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, had a little bit of a problem there. All right, coming up next, I know you're going to do some scoop, but I thought we'd open up the lines for. Oh, do you what?
Do you want to take? Well, we still have. If you want to, we have Sarah on with us right now. If
Okay.
you want to talk to Sarah and get her feedback on
Yeah,
Will
if
and
she
Ryan's
wants to
Roses
comment
update.
about it, go ahead.
Sarah, what are your thoughts on this?
I just wanted to say, for one, I love you guys.
Thank
I was
you.
in a long distance relationship with someone, and he was cheating on me. And when I talked to my sister, she was like, "Oh, well, that's expected when you're dating someone out of town." And I ended up staying with him, and he kept cheating.
No.
The thing about that girl from Roses, her mom gave her advice that does not fit her values. Like, my sister could take that, but I couldn't. And so if she had talked to me, I would have told her, hey, don't stay, and she would have went a different course. But she just got that advice from her mom, and it's not good advice. Like, tell her to run. She needs to leave. He's going to keep cheating.
Right. Absolutely. I totally agree. And Sarah, did you get out of that relationship or did you stay with that guy?
I did after, anxiety attacks, and I moved, and I didn't have a job. It was horrible. But, yes, I got out of it. But the point is, I got bad advice, and that's why I stayed as long as I did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you take advice with a grain of salt. You don't have to listen to your parents. I mean, sometimes parents can give you really bad advice. Just because you're a parent doesn't mean you're a good one.
Yeah, but
That's
she's taking
true.
it from her sister who you trust and you think that they have the best, interest for you and best advice.
Everyone can't handle what you handle. So
that's true.
Tell it so. Yeah.
That's true. Not
Thank
one
you,
size
Sarah.
fits all piece of advice. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I couldn't do that.
Not for me, that's for sure.
Kev says forgive and forget.
You'd forgive, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm all for forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
But you wouldn't forget.
No, of course not. You just know what to look out for should it come up again.
But we've had a lot.
All y'all are so cut and dry. Oh no, that's it. It's over.
I know.
Oh no.
I think it's just because we've been doing roses for so long, and it was a stunt proposal. That's what it was. It was a stunt.
That part is true.
It was a stunt.
However.
Look at the shiny thing over here. I'm proposing to you.
Right.
Forget the fact that like 60 seconds ago, I just cheated on you.
Yes. And then after they have other issues, it's like, here, let's have a baby.
A bee's got a sting.
Oh my gosh. Go sting over there in the corner, Kevin. Do we have a sound effect for a bee? Everyone says, like, once a cheater, always a cheater. I
don't necessarily believe that either,
I don't know. That's what the texts are saying. KRBE's text line 37530.
We've had a lot of people that, they've seen the light. They realized what was at stake. Mm-hmm. They realized that, oh my God, I can't live without this person. I love them.
But you have to step out in order for you to realize that. I
not
feel
justifying
like that's
it at all.
It's a dalliance.
It's a little
dalliance. I haven't heard that word used.
I know, it's not a fun word. It's a dalliance. It was a mere dalliance.
That was impressive, Kev.
Yeah, that sounds like a Downton Abbey, or what's the one you guys watched?
No, I don't. Oh, Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
It was but at some type of dalliance he had. Just look the other way.
I hate you.
Well, speaking of Netflix shows, what are you watching right now? What are you binging? 713-390-KRBE. I tried to tell y'all, you got to watch this Lessons in Chemistry on Amazon. Or it's actually on Apple. Can't believe I just said that. It's on Apple.
Lessons on Chemistry.
It's Brie Larson, and after the Marvel's disastrous opening weekend, I think she needs to stick with that show. But that's one of my picks right now. So if you would like to turn us on to something you're watching right now, it could even be an old show that maybe you just discovered and you really like it and you want people to know about it. 713-390-KRBE. That's 713-390-5723. What are you watching right now? What would you like to recommend? Next on 104.1 KRBE.
Introduce Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop
on KRBE.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. So we just really kind of want to focus on binging some of our favorite shows right now.
Yeah,
or maybe you could turn us on to some
Why
shows.
do you have to binge it? Why can't you just watch it once a week and then you have
no one is like
enough
you,
weeks?
Kev.
No, if it's really good, you want to find out what's next.
Yes.
I have a lot that are really good, but I don't have the need to push play on the next one every single time. I don't have to get through this whole thing right now.
Well, you're a freak.
I think because you have other things you want to do around your house. Where I feel
you mean I have other things going on besides TV?
I know. I'm just kidding, but I'm just saying that if you're really into it, we want to hear from you right now. Some networks really are, especially with the strikes. They're doling them out one a week. Like the one I've been telling you all about forever on Apple TV, Lessons in Chemistry with Brie Larson. That is so good. Oh, before we start this list, I gotta warn you guys. I watched The Killer on Netflix. It's new release this week.
The Killer.
Oh my God. So boring. So slow.
Oh, really?
So slow. So long. So slow. No payoff. Not worth it.
Well, let's go to Macy here on the Roula and Ryan show on 104.1 KRBE. She has a different suggestion. Good morning, Macy.
Good morning.
Hey, Macy. What are you watching right now?
Suits.
Yes.
Who's in that and why should I watch it?
Meghan Markle's in it.
Markle.
Meghan Markle, but Gabriel Machta, however you say his last name, Harvey Specter.
Yes, Harvey. He is such a stud.
And what's it about?
Lawyers and how one of them does lawyering best, and he lies to get into the best law firms. But he lies about going to Harvard, and then Harvey Specter hires him anyway because he's that good.
But doesn't he have a photographic memory or something?
He does.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does.
It's been around for a long time, but ever since Netflix picked it up, a whole new audience is discovering Suits.
Yes, that's what I was watching. It was really good.
Did you finish it?
Oh, yeah. It was really, really good. And now there's so many memes on Instagram about it, which make me giggle. Because if you know a show and then you see memes about it on Instagram, it just makes you laugh.
Now you get the
You feel more
reasoning.
connected to it. Yeah, it just continues.
And Dolores also is watching that too. So thank you so much, Dolores, for calling in. I didn't want to double up on that one. But, I have an experiment here. Roula is always like, oh, line 4, it doesn't work. Well, let's see if
I'm sure it's not going
Yeah,
to.
well, no, it works just fine because she pushes the wrong button. I swear to God. Good morning. I don't mean to take her down. She's out off today. Liz is on the Roula and Ryan Show, 104.1 KRBE. We're talking about shows you love and possibly even binge. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, Liz. So what are you watching right now?
Well, I started watching Scrubs.
Oh, Eric loved
Yeah.
that show.
What platform is
Yeah,
that on?
Comedy Central, right?
It's on Peacock.
Peacock. That was an NBC
Okay.
show. Yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
It was on
it's
NBC?
season 1.
Yeah. It's been off the air for a
You
long
said you're
time.
only on season 1 right now?
Yeah.
What is it you like about it?
It's really funny, and then they have, Zach Braff and Donald Faison, and they're, like, really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other actors, I see them in other shows that I used to watch, like How I Met Your Mother. And then they have a lot of guests, too.
Do they have? Is there like a heartwarming moment to the show, or?
Oh, there was, actually. And I was like, wow, because it's really funny, and then it just got serious. So, yeah, I think it's a really good show. And the reason why I started watching it, because, you know, when Matthew Perry, he passed away, they show that he was a guest, him and his father. So I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to start watching this now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Smart.
Thank you so much, Liz. Scrubs there. I want to roll to line 5 here. I love this show, but it is not for everyone. It's funny. Ronnie, good morning, and welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show, 104.1 KRBE. We're talking about shows you love to binge or watch.
Good morning.
Good morning. What is
My
it?
show is What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, it's based off of Taika Waititi did a movie and then created this series about it. It's absolutely hilarious. Me and my wife have binged it more than once.
So it's a comedy. What platform is it on?
It's made by FX, but you can find it on Hulu.
Okay, yeah, because I watch it on regular TV.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's been ongoing for quite some time. He was really able to stretch this movie into a really funny series. It's like a mockumentary. They're just following around these 4 or 5 vampires, and they're familiars. A familiar is a non-converted vampire friend that will one day be converted to a vampire.
Oh.
And it's the silly you're following around.
So it's a comedy?
It is definitely a comedy.
Because it
We Do in
says
the
horror.
Shadows.
Oh, it's not. It is not scary
Well,
whatsoever.
That's like Ash versus Evil Dead. It's got horror elements in it, but it's freaking hilarious.
And there's another one called Our Flag Means Death, and I believe it's made by the same person. It's just as silly, and this one is a mockumentary about pirates.
Oh, you love a good pirate.
I know I do. I love a good
You
swashbuckle.
The 2 mockumentaries that we talked about last week, Kevin, they're on Max. You can get them on Max. One of them is 7 Days in Hell with Andy Samberg and Will Forte. And it's kind of like a parody of Andre Agassi and the tennis world. And it's really, really funny. And the other one is Tour de Pharmacy.
Booster texted me. He was like, don't forget to tell them to watch Sex Education, which is British. But it has...
Gillian Anderson's in that.
And what platform's that on?
I think that's on Netflix.
Is it?
My daughter would watch it, and I was like, "Ooh, this is one of these shows I got to walk out of the room."
We may have to read
cannot
through
watch
the-
this with her in the room.
It is a little bit awkward. And then
you can't
Invasion.
do the cringy shows with your family member that we did at 640. If you missed
with my
that, go
daughter.
to our podcast, KRBE, and it will just hopefully make you giggle. And
Okay.
if not,
Go
go through the list.
Fall
real
of
quick.
House of Usher.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is that any good?
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
That is such a great show. I watched that. Cute.
The Good Bad Mother.
Okay, haven't heard that.
GOT, which everyone watches
Yes.
that, and then Grey's
Grey's
Anatomy for
Anatomy.
the 1000th time. So thank you, everyone who called in. We unfortunately ran out of time there, but it's time for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with What's Going Down in H-Town.
All right, it is brought to you by Duncan. So the morning showers are going to go to heavier rain by early afternoon. So we do run the risk of standing water on the roads. We run the risk of flooding. The Weather Prediction Center suggests the risk of flooding will mainly be in the south of Houston, which is where the heaviest rainfall is going to fall. The Astros are expected to name Joe Espada as their new manager today. He's 48 years old. He spent the last 6 seasons as the Houston Astros bench coach. This will be his first managerial job in affiliated baseball. He served as bench coach under A.J. Hinch and Dusty Baker. So the Astros looks like they got a new coach.
Yeah.
There was a walk-off field goal for the Texans, and man, that was a great win. C.J. Stroud directed a last-minute game-winning drive for a second straight week, finishing with 356 yards passing, leading the Texans to a 30-27 victory over the Bengals on Sunday. So when it comes to Thanksgiving alternatives for Texans who choose fast food over traditional Thanksgiving dinner, a lot of people don't want to do Thanksgiving dinner. The number one choice, Whataburger, seems to be the consensus go-to option. This is according to a new study. Now, while Whataburger is the number one food pick for Texans, McDonald's actually ranked number one in America as the Thanksgiving meal alternative.
That is wild. That is wild.
Can't imagine going to McDonald's on Thanksgiving Day.
No, but I mean, not that I'm shaming anybody. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
It's funny because I don't really like traditions, but I feel like I have to have a Thanksgiving meal for Thanksgiving.
You and Kev are doing one
I
together?
have to have the tradition. Yeah. Turkey, ham, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, a pie.
Who's doing all the cooking?
I think it's going to be split.
Kevin?
Well,
I'm going to pop things in the oven.
She's under the impression she's going to watch, but I'm going to put her to work when she gets to the house.
Oh, absolutely. But I have a baby, Kev.
Yeah, you also have a husband.
Then make Mark cook.
No, I've never seen the man cook. Bless his heart. I don't know if he's listening right now, but bro, I don't think I've ever tasted your cooking. In all the years that we've known each other.
I don't think you have either.
What does he cook? Besides tuna fish in a bowl.
He does love tuna fish. Sandwiches with mayo.
Salmon. Some like baked salmon.
He does do a good baked salmon. Yeah.
Does it have any flavor?
His go-to is like chicken and rice, which
Well, that's
I don't
a very
eat. So.
traditional Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
All right, so if you've got an ugly Christmas sweater, we encourage everybody to go to krbe.com, submit a photo of yourself wearing an ugly Christmas sweater, and you have a chance to win front row tickets to Theater Under the Stars' new funny musical. It's the Ugly Christmas Sweater Musical. That's November 28th through Christmas Eve. I'm going to be going to that as well. So if you got a picture of yourself in an ugly Christmas sweater, go to krbe.com, submit that photo. That's what's going down in H-Town. Now, coming up next, we're going to go through the listener line. Got a whole bunch of
I haven't heard from
goodies.
that in a long time. I know we've had a lot of messages piling up. Do you have one that you wanted to tease?
Do I have one that I wanted to tease?
Well, anything that you know is going to be scathing.
Oh, this one is.
Scathing.
Bad family secret.
Okay.
Oh,
A
they're
bad
putting it on the
family
Roula and
secret.
Ryan show. I love it.
Yeah, they're confessing. It's next on the Roula and Ryan Show.